For Robinson around and out. Miami still in search of its first bucket more than 2 minutes in.
Duncan Robinson, this will be the second game I've done. He has 4 threes that have gone in and out for him. He's always on target. That's a walk.
But a beautiful rotation. A great name in the NBA from the state of Maine.
Williams College, All-American. Leaves. Coach is a friend of John Beilein. Says, look, I've got this kid. Transfers to Michigan, ends up playing in a national championship. Walker is. Duncan Robinson has an opportunity. Is the other Alexander, who's at 6'10".
His career at San Diego State, and then wrapped it up this past year at Arizona State.
One of those guys that played a year for him and played really well, Maitland anyway.
He had a 2-way deal with the Heat last year, played in a couple of NBA games, and was a 30-game starter in the G League. He goes to work again, gets tied up by Alexander Walker. Has narrowed this to a 6-point game as we close in toward the half. 3:19 to go. Mike Cousins with Dan Dockich and George Shadano. Our second game here in the Thomas & Mack Center today, with teams playing for a spot in the semifinals tomorrow on ESPN2. The championship Monday night.
Cohen, our producer, says no chance.
Well, how old is he now?
76-ish in that area.
How could you go 13 miles?
And then do it again 3 nights later, or 4, whatever you do. All right, man. American is a freshman. The coach leaves, so the coach happened to work for John Beilein, and he told John about him. John took a look and gave him a scholarship, sat out. Next thing you know, honest to goodness, from the get-go, he fit into the Big Ten. There was no learning curve for him. He was just really good. Working on defending, working on rebounding, and they're giving the ball. There you go.
10-2 run right now. Robinson can't extend it. Alexander will try.
Well, Alexander brought that down. George, who's the best team you've seen out here? I thought Detroit was a really good team. I thought
I would have said Boston before the last game.
That's what I was going to say as well. Yeah, I think with the collection of talent they had on that roster, in terms of...
Nervous, you got to fall.
It's his teammates. They're going to catch him.
Maybe. Summer League. Maybe they want you to get hurt so they get your roster spot.
Alexander Walker. Splash. She's got...
He said, look, we also knew that he was going to be the #1 overall pick, so they kind of almost put him in a glass case. He wasn't working out like all these other guys.
Working out doesn't fly in the professional world. These dudes go 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day. You know, it's funny, just talking to a couple guys.
Things like adding Phoenix's training staff, basically. Like, he stole Phoenix's training staff, which is considered one of the best training staff, if not the best training staff in all of the NBA. So,
well, I'm all for that, but ultimately it comes down on the player. And you know what? The thing that I think, George, people under...
Too good for Big B Williams. Robinson, game-high 26 points, is pickpocketed by the former Virginia Tech Hokie, who soars to the basket and scores off the win. The 10-8 Eastern, Memphis versus the winner of this game. That'll be your first matchup. And all those games are streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can take it with you over a spork if you have to choose.
I can't remember last time I used a spork. Usually, I'm telling you, ESPN app, man.
It may not feed you, but it will sustain you.
Yes, it gets you a lot of places. What?
And about 7 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. You're in a 2-minute overtime.
Boy, Williams played good defense on the left block against Maitland.
Cook eschews the screen and has it taken away by Alex.
Both?
Thank you for your prediction on this binary result, which is either a miss or a make.
Right, what's your prediction?
Make.
Both?
Yes. New Orleans gets a little bit bigger under the basket. Jackson Hayes back in.
Yeah, you better get Hayes off the glass on the miss. He's going to get a hand on it. Nope.
10 for 10. Free throw. Good. He is